Here at the House of Parliament, former Governor General Sir Neville Cenac is lying in state as St. Lucia continues its official farewell. Sir Neville served the country across several areas of public life, including as Governor General, Speaker of the House, and in national politics. This morning, government officials were among those paying their respects, with some ministers expressing sympathy to his family and to the people of St. Lucia. Members of the public are also being invited to pay their final respects from noon, ahead of his state funeral on Friday. Lucia Norbert, opposition senator, said Sir Neville's passing is a moment for St. Lucians to reflect on service beyond political lines. He extended condolences to the family and acknowledged the former Governor General's place in the country's public life.
Honestly, I did not know him in his active days in politics, but based on the stories that I'm hearing, I feel like we've lost a soldier. There's a lot of talk nowadays in the media about putting country first and having to make difficult decisions when you are in positions of authority. And I think a decision that he took that may have cost him some popularity in his constituency was for the betterment of the proceedings of Parliament and for the country. And so that's very honorable. I see him as someone who lived, who took on this act of valor, who gave up his character, his name, for the betterment of the country, and I think that's admirable, and that's a lesson for all of us young politicians going forward, to put country first, and not necessarily the political science, but the love for the country. And so to his family, I extend my sincere condolences, and I pray that he rests in eternal peace.
Opposition Senator Dominic Fede joined the national tributes, extending condolences to the Cenac family and reflecting on Sir Neville's legacy of public service.
Well, Sir Neville was obviously an inspiration. You know, my first time serving as a minister, I had the pleasure of being in the cabinet while he was the Governor General. And he was always a man who inspired young ministers. You know, he had a lot to say about the history of St. Lucian politics, and personally for me, he was an inspiration, and I'll miss him dearly. It was a pleasure working with him, and I've never seen a man who was more meticulous with words. He spoke very slowly. He took his time to pronounce every single word, and he was very deliberate in doing that. And I remember that he was very dutiful. He's always on time for all of his duties, and very reliable Governor General as well. And so he'll be missed tremendously.
As St. Lucia prepares for Sir Neville Cenac's state funeral on Friday, Wednesday's line in state served as a moment of quiet reflection. For those who came to pay respects, it was an opportunity to honor a life spent in public service and to offer sympathy to a family and a nation in mourning. I'm Christabel Obi reporting for Hot 7 TV News.